Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how I would trace this image so that it's really easy to cut out a vinyl and layer. So first of all I'm going to select the trace area, and the first thing I need to do is get the very edge outline of this shape. So I'm just going to turn on low pass filter, bring down the scale, unclick high pass filter, and then bring the threshold up a little bit until I've just got the very outside edge, and then I'm going to click trace outer edge. So that gives us just the outside. Just going to undo that. Then I'm going to trace again, and with this image I want to get as many of the inside lines as possible. So again I turn off high pass filter, I turn on the low pass filter, and I drag the scale down. This just gives us crisper lines, and then I'm just going to drag the threshold around until I've got the best lines possible. And for this image it's about 33 for the threshold, and then 1 for the low pass filter, and then click trace. Now we can drag our JPEG away to the side. I just leave it there for reference, makes it easier to deal with the image. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to release the compound path. So now all of these lines are all separate. So you could take each layer and cut it out of the corresponding colored vinyl, but what I want to do is make it really easy to layer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this R down the bottom. You could leave it there if you like, but it's going to interrupt my cutting. It's small, it's probably not going to look that great. So I'm just going to select the R and delete it with the delete key. And I'm going to use the knife tool, selected on straight and selected on outline. And with the shift key held down, I'm just going to slice that off. And I lied. I just Control Z undid that. It should be solid. Sometimes it's a little hard to line up. But there we go. And that leaves us with the crisp outline of that edge still there. So then I delete that little circle bubble. Now I zoom back out. Now this is our shape. So I'm going to select the whole thing. And I'm just going to, it makes it easier to select each layer if you just fill it all in with grey. Or any colour, but I find grey the easiest. Now I'm going to fill the back layer in with yellow because that's going to be our first layer. The next layer is going to be black. So I'm going to select this black layer and fill it in with black. But what I want to happen is I want only the edge to cut out. I don't want this big piece to cut out all in black because it's going to require too many layers. So what I want to do is select the next layer in, which is the yellow, which is going to be yellow, and holding shift, select the black layer, go to the modify window and select subtract. And you can see what it's done, if I drag it away to the side, is it's made it just an outline, which leaves the yellow of the bottom layer peeping through. So I'm going to fill these in with green because these three layers, or these three pieces, and then I'm going to group them together. Don't group them together just yet. These three layers are going to be in green, but what we don't want is we don't want this big B to be one shape. We just want it to be the outline. So I'm going to select this next layer and the green B and click subtract, and this yellow line here and the B and click subtract, and I'm going to select this grey in here and click subtract. And that's not quite what I wanted. What do I need to do here? Oh, this layer and this layer will just be cut out in black. So fill those in with black. And now we've got the whole shape. Everything's ready to cut out. So I'll show you how this layers. I'm going to add some little registration marks. They're just little squares that help, they'll cut out in each colored vinyl, and you just line them up, and it helps with lining up your image. So I just create 2 of these squares. Because I'm a little bit OCD, I like to align them to the top so that they're in a straight line. And now what I'm going to do is select all the green layers and the 2 registration marks. 2 marks. All 3 of the green pieces. I'm going to just go Control and tap arrow up and then group them together. And that gives us the green layer. Then I'm going to select my 3 black pieces and my registration marks, tap the Control and the up arrow, and group them together. And then I'm going to click on my very back yellow layer, the 2 registration marks, Control and the up arrow, and group them together. Now you can see how these are going to layer. So we're going to cut this piece out in yellow, then we're going to layer the black piece. Just bring it to the front. The black piece is going to layer over the top, and the green layer is going to layer over the top of that. And if you select all 3 groups that we've made and align left and align top, the registration marks will line up, and you can see exactly how it's going to work. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you want to see any other videos. Thanks for watching.